Well, 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 if it isn't Kevin Feige.
Morning, guys. It is currently 6:30 a.m. here in LA. I don't even know if this is going to end up being a cheeky vlog. Who knows? I just thought I'd start filming, see how we go. So, woke up about half an hour ago, got to sleep around 9 o'clock last night. Got into bed at like 8 o'clock and was just watching some YouTube. I was actually watching Frank and Darren from the Slaughtered Lamb with their horror Q&A. So that was a nice thing to fall asleep to with their lovely, sexy voices. Set my alarm for 6. My alarm went off and I was so fucking confused because Chloe wasn't here. My dog's not here. It was like when you see those videos of people that fart themselves awake.
Hello? What? Who's there? What's going on?
Yeah, it was like that. So anyway, here's the view this morning, looking nice and beautiful and that nice LA smog. Hang on, there you go. So plan is just downing a coffee. Then I'm gonna head downstairs to the gym. Gonna go down, have a cheeky train, come back up, order some brekkie. And then we've got to be downstairs at 9:45. And then a bus is going to take us to the Chinese theater where there's the foot and handprint ceremony with the Russo brothers that Chris Pratt's going to introduce, which is cool. So hopefully get some footage of that. We then have a brunch, so we kind of get to meet everyone. There's a few familiar faces here from previous trips who I'm really looking forward to catching up with. And then after that, we go to the Russo's studio. I'll put the name down below of the name of their studio where they've got like the robotics lab there, like a setup for the electric state where I get to do a 5-minute interview with them. I can't show that footage until the 5th of March. We only got the embargoes for that yesterday. Again, I don't know if this is gonna make for a good vlog, but fuck it, we'll see. Alrighty, just got back from the gym. It was like a half an hour, 45-minute train. Just did a bit of everything. So I did chest, shoulders, and biceps. So I did a warm up on the treadmill, 5 minutes. I think because the speed's different here. It was like a 3.5 on speed with a steep incline. So if you want to burn fat, that's like the best option instead of just running the entire time on the treadmill. I know that doesn't make sense, but trust me, in terms of like maintaining muscle and trying to lose fat, a steady pace, but going for like an hour, that can be more beneficial. I didn't think so until I read up on it and then saw a few tutorials on it with people that are absolutely jacked and lean. So there you go. Then started off with a Smith machine bench press. So I did a warm up with a plate on either side, put another plate on and it got super heavy. I think because Smith machines have a bit of resistance if they're not like properly lubed up. And as soon as you put an extra set of plates on, then the gravity really kicks in. So I superset them with dumbbell curls, then also threw in some side delt raises. So I'm really trying to like get my delts capped because I've inherited my father's small frame, small forearms, small legs. So I've really got to like train each part brutally. And then finished up with some cables. So I'm just about to order some brekkie. I'm going to get an omelet. And then we've got to be downstairs at 8:45, a little bit earlier. So I'm going to take my muscle milk with me too, chug that down. But yeah, we're going to go to the Chinese theater, see the Russos, see Chris Pratt. So hopefully get a good spot where I can get some decent coverage and good footage. So I just ordered brekkie, got a nice little cheeky omelet, side salad, and a black coffee or Americano in a takeaway cup to go, because I'll probably still be drinking that when we head downstairs. So you've got 5 minutes with the Russos. You can do self-capture and there's on-site cameras. And you have to pitch your question to Netflix just to make sure it's approved and it's all A-OK. Because you can't ask anything outside of the electric state. When I interview Stanley and Giacomo next week, you can't ask anything outside of the electric state, no personal questions, which is fair. You know, you got to keep on topic. So I pitched to them to ask the Russos because where they're taking us, they're going to show us the physical robot props because obviously it's a mixture of practical props, CGI. I've got to word it properly, but I just gave them the topic and they're like, yeah, that's fine. I guess my question will probably be something along the lines of, was practical a priority and how much did you stretch it until you had to call it and make it CGI, like in terms of a robot or the robots where you could get away with a practical prop and was practical a priority. So I guess something like that, quick and easy. I don't want to take up much of their time because this shit gets busy and sometimes the plan can change, and the plan is there is no plan. Brekky's just arrived, got a omelet with mushroom. I don't usually like mushroom, but if it's with something, I'll have it. It's like if mushroom's on a pizza, I'll fucking have it. Mushroom, tomato, spinach, goat's cheese, and eggs, clearly, and just got a cheeky little side salad. They've only got one size, and this is their medium. It's fucking huge. This is our tall or large back home in Australia. I don't know if I'll be able to finish this, otherwise I'll be fucking clinging to the ceiling. I think my nervous system's in overload, especially after that train. It was a bit of a heavy one, because like, got the shakes, so I don't know, like, I always get the shakes. Like, some of you remember this from my custom collectibles. I've always like had the shakes. So when it comes to like painting fine stuff, I've got to like hold my breath. But after that train, I think also because I'm a bit jet lagged, still a bit tired, had like a solid 8 hours, 8 and a bit. But like, I think I'm just a bit scattered at the moment. So I just want to get some good food into me. I'm actually at the moment just watching, if you guys know the YouTube channel Joe Blow, they did a video on Wishmaster. Very random, but if you guys haven't checked out Wishmaster, you should. It's actually like one of the last good, underrated 90s horror flicks. And it's got everyone in it. Kane Hodder's in it, Robert Englund's in it, Tony Todd's in it, and Andrew Divoff, who plays the Jinn. He is fucking incredible, man. I'm gonna put a bit of cheeky tomato sauce or ketchup on here. But anyway, let's tuck into this omelet. There are a lot of mushrooms. Oh, and I got chicken sausage too. This is good. Very nice. Tastes like health. I don't know what it is, but there's just something charming and endearing about the morning LA smog, the palm trees. It's like so Hollywood. I kind of always get that quote in my head. I'll make you a star, darling. Don't mind me. All right, all showered, preened, cleaned, ready to fill my spleen. I just got that quote from Home Improvement, don't ask me. So meeting downstairs, then bus is gonna take us to the Chinese theater. So I think it's like 10 or 15 minutes, but like with traffic, like 20, 25. It's like, no matter what time of the day, traffic is horrendous here. Like you'll have like a good gap, and then there's just chaos for no reason at all, and then it comes good again. So very excited, got the camera charged up. Good friend of mine, Chris Katata, is here. We've done a few trips together. He's an absolute delight. He is a Power Rangers expert, all-round top bloke. So we're at the Chinese theater. They're setting up over there. Very cool. So now we just wait. So we're a little bit early. We've got half an hour to spare. So we're in this souvenir shop. They got some wicked shirts here. They got the Goosebumps, got Leatherface, Ghostface, Beavis and Butthead. Look at this sick Army of Darkness shirt. But that's in USD, 35 bucks. Oh, I want several of these. There's a few I want, but damn, that's expensive. Freddy and glitter. That's actually tempting to buy. I'd actually look pretty good with that. And they're just setting up. And there's one of the robots just chilling over there. So there's the podium. And then I'm assuming that's where they put the slates of cement. Not sure where we're gonna be sitting on either side. Very cool nonetheless. All right, here we go. Alrighty, so eagerly awaiting the Russos and Chris Pratt, and they're just doing some final checks on the mic, and there's one of the robots over there.
Well, 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 if it isn't Kevin Feige.
Good morning and welcome to the Hand and Footprint ceremony for Anthony and Joe Russo. Woo! Chris Pratt. Woo!
Wow, I used to live in an apartment
just behind here, I was just telling Joe and Anthony that it was like $1,000 a month, and after my first, last, and deposit, I remember thinking to myself, I am financially ruined. And I would walk up and down Hollywood Boulevard, and wow, it's 20-something years ago. Anyways, here we are. This is a really exciting day. I really can't think of anyone more deserving of this special honor than the Russo brothers. Their success, though, is not just commercial. As you know, Agbo produced Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Extraordinary. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once won 42 million Oscars. It's never been done before. Legends like Alfred Hitchcock, Steven Spielberg, George Lucas, Quentin Tarantino. I believe Whoopi Goldberg put her dreadlocks in some cement around here somewhere. And now the Russo brothers. It's this pretty special honor. I'm grateful to have been a part of their journey. Like I say every day when I walk onto one of your sets, it's showtime, motherfucker. Please welcome Joe and Anthony Russo. Joe and Anthony Russo.
I'm a little shorter. Wow, this is a very surreal experience. My wife and I came to California as wide-eyed Midwesterners 30 years ago in a U-Haul truck. We drove across the country so that we could start our journey at UCLA Film School. And the very first place that we visited after settling into student housing was here, the famed TLC Chinese Theater, to see the incredible history of visual storytelling encased in cement in front of this revered picture house. And so here we are later, Alicia, 30 years later, becoming part of that history. This is just unreal. Speaking of partnership and success, thank you, Kevin Feige and Lee Esposito, for this fulfilling, important, and impactful decade of our careers. They are brothers by birth, and they are brothers through friendship. One second. Basil, Ava, Leah, can never say thank you enough for putting up with the film business.
So that was a highly edited thank you list. So look, being able to share in the experience of cinema, both as film fans and filmmakers, has been one of the most meaningful parts and greatest thrills of our lives. Speaking of someone who has poured his share of concrete, let's see how Joe and I mess up this beautiful setting.
Alrighty, just got back from lunch, having a breather. Got to be downstairs in half an hour to hop on the bus and go to Agbo. So this is the production studio that the Russos and some other people have set up. So that's where they're going to have the robots on display, which I'm really looking forward to seeing. And then that's where we get to interview the Russos. So like I said yesterday, we can't put that footage up until the 5th, but I'll give you a bit of a cheeky debrief once that's all done. Should be finishing at like 5:30 and then back here, and that's it. Just have a quiet one. It was really cool to see how family orientated the Russos are. They had their wives, their kids there, and then their parents. They brought their parents up to get a photo, which is really cool, and to see Pratt, Feige. Dude, the head of Marvel was there, like the president, the CEO, Mr. Marvel himself. It was crazy. So yeah, that was cool. Lunch was great. Had a nice little cheeky chicken wrap with a salad. So trying to eat very healthy, just so I can splurge a bit here and there. It's all about balance.
4 hours later.
Alrighty, just got back from Abgo and have a cheeky glass of wine in hand. Got to meet the Russos, got to interview them very quickly. So I can only show you guys this photo. And I know I'm using that as a thumbnail. So the interview footage we can put up on the 5th of March. So they had all like Russo film memorabilia in the office there. So this is their production company that they've started. They want to do independent, they want to do original IPs and stuff like that. So went in there, and in the office they had a signed Captain America shield from like all of the Marvel cast, the Avengers cast. It was fucking insane. There's even a picture there dedicated to one of them of when I'm pretty sure it was either Infinity War or Endgame overtook Star Wars, which is insane.
Wow. Screen use from the film. What are these called again? Eurocasters. That's amazing, man. Look at the weathering. Ooh, that's some sexy weathering. All right, see if this one fits. Just.
That's too small.
There we go.
And also this one. It's fine.
Can you see?
Yeah, I could see the screen.
but not.
So then we went in one by one to do the interviews, and they were running a little bit late. So sometimes the plan is there is no plan with these things. Like you look at a schedule and you're like, this is just a rough outline. So I was the last one, so I was packing it. I was nervous. Got in there. Joe and Anthony Russo, two of the loveliest blokes ever. Had a quick chat with them. Got good footage of me having a quick chat with them before we started the interview. Joe was saying he was in Sydney for New Year's in Circular Quay, like New Year's that's just passed. Just both very, very lovely blokes. I asked about the practical side of things with the robots for the film. That was for Anthony, and then for Joe, I asked about if he injected any of like his traits, quirks, or personality into some of the robots. So then there was like a nice little spread of 90s themed food in the other room. They had one of the robots on display there. And then also in the same soundstage where we interviewed them, they had those two other robots there that were like kind of talking back to us. And then these little eskies on wheels, these little robotic eskies that I've seen running around LA by themselves, they deliver food. They came in and they brought us some pop vinyls. I didn't care for the pop vinyls, but Russo brothers signed the Electric State posters. I really hope this movie's good now that I got this, but that is so fucking awesome, man. They took the time to sign that, which is really cool. And yeah, so it was pretty quick, but pretty damn fun at the same time. But also the fact that they had like the screen used costumes there of Millie Bobby Brown and Chris Pratt. You could just go up and like fondle them and like see like, ooh, the weathering, I like all that.
And what you guys see here is Chris Pratt and Millie Bobby Brown's screen use costumes from the film. See the trinkets there, his necklace. I'm assuming this is a Levi's cut off denim jacket. Check out that belt buckle. Any cosplayers wanting to cosplay as Pratt from the film? It's very cool. A little weathering on those boots, baby.
And yeah, just a heaps chill afternoon. Again, like sometimes these things get pretty like full on. You got to like hurry, and like you're nervous because you want to make sure you word your questions properly. But again, lovely blokes. The whole crew was lovely. Very inspiring space in there. So one little tidbit I'm going to leave on, and clearly not allowed to get a photo because probably never be allowed back to travel with Netflix. When we were walking out of where we did the interview on the soundstage, there's a corridor with offices on either side. And all the doors are open. It's like pretty chill. And you see all the names like of whose office it is. And I didn't take notice of who the office was. It wasn't the Russos. We're walking past to go through where they had the spread of all the 90s food and one of the robots in there. And I saw green, and I looked in, and on a mannequin was the suit Downey wore when he came out on stage as Dr. Doom. They had it there on a mannequin. And I got Chris Katana, I'm like, dude, look at that, look at it there. It was just, yeah, on a mannequin, which is very cool. Had the chain and everything, so not fucking game to take a photo. But yeah, very cool nonetheless. So yeah, absolute cracker of a day today. In terms of vlogging for the next couple of days, I don't know. Kind of going to leave it up in the air. Tomorrow we're doing like, a touristy thing with a double-decker bus tour. And then we've got a dinner at Netflix tomorrow night. And then in a couple of days, we've got the premiere. And then the following day, I've got the interview press junket. And that's it. Calling it a day. And the following day, head home. But yeah, guys, hope you dug this cheeky little vlog. Again, very jam-packed day today, but a good one. And thank you for the response and the support with yesterday's vlog visiting the Elm Street house. I wish I could have stayed there longer, but I just got like terrified that the dude who owns it now, who's apparently a bit of a dick, would come out and yell at me. Like, it would make for good footage, but I was too jet lagged to put up a fight. I couldn't do it. Love you guts, and I'll catch you in the next one.